Hello, welcome to Little Bits of Wellness. Today is part 3 in our meal prep series. We're making chili. I love making this chili as part of our meal prep because, let's face it, when you're eating a diet plan or specific macros or calories or any of this stuff, it can get a little bland and boring, especially if all you're eating is chicken and rice and broccoli. Love all of these things, I really do. But when that is the only thing that you're gonna eat, you're gonna get tired of it. So let's mix it up a little bit and throw some flavor in our lives. First, we're gonna get out our supplies. I like to grab everything that I'm gonna use so it's right there and handy, making meal prepping go faster. First, we're gonna brown the meat. I like to get the big packs at Costco. Maybe Sam's Club is what you have close to you, just one of the big bulk shopping stores around. This really helps to cut down the cost of your meat. Because I don't know about you, but I am a busy mom on a tight budget, and any way that I can save a little money and still work towards my goal is really gonna help out myself and my family. I really love this little cooking utensil. I got it from Pampered Chef, and it really grinds up the hamburger really nicely. It stirs really good, and then you can use it on all of your nonstick pans. So after the meat is browned, you shouldn't have a lot of fat hanging out in the pan. If you do, drain the fat off as best you can, because you don't want that extra fat hanging out. For me, it's a texture thing. I don't like the slimy feeling, the greasy feeling on your lips and in your mouth as you're eating something that has a lot of fat in it. And then of course, we're sticking to our goals, so the more fat we can take out of there, the better. Since you've already browned the meat, the fat's already done its job as far as adding flavor. So while the meat is browning, we're gonna throw some salt and pepper in. So the meat I'm using today is 85% fat-free. It is ground beef. Sometimes I will get the buffalo, just depending on flavor. It's generally gonna work out the same for your calories and your macros. You do wanna make sure to get a lower fat content variety, just because it really does help you stay within those calories or stay within those macros. So generally I can use something as little as 73% fat-free, but 85 is better, and then I have seen a 90% choice, but that is not what they sell at Costco. So I get the big 3-pack to help save on some money while really throwing a lot of protein in our meals. I also love my Dutch ovens. I have a couple different ones. I have a red one and an orange one. They're both made by Lodge. Really great for doing stuff like chilies and stews. After we've gotten the fat off, we're gonna put in some tomato sauce, some diced chili. You can choose whether you want mild or hot. I like it a little spicier, so I put in the hot variety. Then we're gonna do McCormick's chili seasoning. I like it because it's quick and convenient, and it already adds all that nice flavor. I do get the lower sodium variety, but the regular sodium variety will work just as well. And then I added in a couple cans cans of black beans. If I was not watching my macros right now, I would have added in more beans. However, since I am watching how much carbs versus proteins and fats that I use in my meals, I liked the black beans because you can subtract out the dietary fiber from the carb count. And then I did not add enough beans into the overall volume of the chili to have it be a huge standout carb. I will consider it when I am building my meal in my to-go container, because I normally build it with some scrambled eggs. 92 grams of scrambled eggs is about 2 eggs. And then I will put in about 4 ounces of the chili. Mainly I'm looking for the ground beef in there, because that'll get me pretty close to my 30 grams of protein that I need. If you are finding value in this video and you're liking the tastiness that we're cooking up, please hit that like button and help support our channel. Thank you. So while we're watching macros, we do want to do our best to get the exact gram count possible, but I don't worry too much over if I got 30.5, 31 grams, 29, right? I'm just trying to hit that goal of getting roughly 30 grams of protein per meal. We'll give everything a nice stir, and we're gonna let it sit and simmer on a pretty low setting. You want it warm enough to still be cooking and marinating and bubbling everything together, right? Getting all of those flavors mixed together. But you don't want it so hot that you're having to stir it super frequently, or that you're worried about it sticking to the bottom of the pan. Now, mind you, you can't just walk away and forget it like maybe in a crock pot you could, but on the stovetop you do want to still check on it every 20-30 minutes, provided you've got it on that super low setting. So after everything has cooked and simmered, a couple hours at least, chili is one of those items that gets better with age. Now, not like you old, right? I'm just playing. I know you know that. Anyways, I'm talking about like the day after. It usually tastes even better than the day of. So after I let it cool down, get off the heat, and I let it sit until the pan cools down, and then I will just either put it in the pot in the fridge and we'll use it that way, or I'll bring it out and put it in a Tupperware container or plastic containers of some sort to keep it so that we can use it on anything we want throughout the week. So some ways that we like to use the chili is as part of the breakfast with the egg scramble. It goes really good in there. It adds a nice variety of flavor. I've also put a tablespoon or 2 of it on some shredded chicken. You could eat it as its own meal, although I wouldn't in the case of counting macros, just because it'll be a little harder to pair stuff with it. But if you want to use super good nutritious bread like Dave's Killer Bread, he has some different varieties that fit really well when you're counting your macros. It would be good with that. Basically, you could throw a little bit of it on any meal that you're having a hard time with the texture or the taste. I find that dieting or counting calories or whatever your meal plan is, it gets a little harder because you're usually cutting out the sauces and the fats and the cheeses and the extra stuff that usually makes stuff taste a little bit better and be more palatable. So the chili just gives you a way of adding some of that flavor in and still sticking to your plan. I hope you'll check out this chili recipe, make it for yourself, see if it works for you. If you haven't already, if you could subscribe to our channel, help support us, that would be wonderful. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.